Hi everybody, Sanbonani. Welcome to Reality Bias TV, where we talk about all things reality TV shows and all things reality TV show stars. Ngiyazi ukuthi aningilaleli when I say this, but UMndeni SomNala is a really good reality show. Ngiyazi ukuthi aningilaleli because people are not talking about it because not a lot of people are viewing that show. Go and watch it, guys. It's good. Nikhohlwe lento yokuthi vele it's a crazy thing ukuthi one man is married to 9 wives. Okay, we already have wives that are complaining about not seeing this man, but they really have good content. Okay, now you guys, in this recent episode of SomNala, we got this one scene that I really liked, because Unala has a big family, just like being a Xolo, you know. Mr. Xolo has a big family. He has many kids, you know. The difference between Nala and Xolo is that Unala, most of the women that he's had kids with, he has married those women. Xolo, he has married a woman and then divorced, and then he has a lot of exes. Okay, now on this episode, you guys, we got Mr. Nala talking with or having a conversation with his 3 sons. Okay, the 3 sons from 3 different mothers. I think, you guys, that this is a very important scene, just like I was saying with Xolo speaking to, is it Undu indodana yakhe? Even here, you guys, kuma reality TV shows, we don't see a lot of the relationships between fathers and sons, and also where the father is, the storyline is the father trying to take some responsibility and accountability when it comes to how he has fathered his kids. I think that it's a very beautiful scene that we saw on this episode, where he gets to sit down with his sons. Granted, you guys, they are shooting a reality show, so I mean, you are justified in thinking, but he wouldn't even have that sit down if it wasn't for the reality show. Okay, but also the conversation might still be real. The conversation might still help the relationship, even though they are having it because they are having a reality show. Now, you guys, Nala's biggest, I guess, complaint about his sons is that they are having kids here and there and everywhere. One of them has 7 kids and still counting. Now, you would think that Nala wouldn't have an issue with that because he himself has many kids. But his issue is that he is, I guess, the same belief that Mosamselegu has, that once you have kids with a woman, you must marry them. Okay? So he says that at the beginning, when his sons started having, kids, he would make sure that he helps them to go by Ohlawula. When they have kids, he would even be willing to go and pay Lobola for one of his sons. There was a time where they almost paid Lobola for somebody, and the son changed his mind. He was like, listen, I don't want to marry this person. I might have had a baby with this person, but I don't want to marry them. And that is when he decided that it wasn't a good idea to involve himself so much in his son's relationships. But it sounds like he would prefer, if they did marry the girls, that they are impregnating. Okay, if his son has a child with a girl, they must marry the girl. Now, you guys, with him, he is using that deal. Now I realize how he is ending up with 9 wives. Okay, with some of them complaining even that they are not even seeing him. Some of them are saying that, he refused when they were trying to do like a roster where they will say, okay, today you're going to this person, to that person, to that person. That means that they will have to have a 9-day cycle, since there's 9 of them. Okay, maybe 10-day, because he also needs a day for himself. When they try to do that, he refused. So it's like he has 9 wives, but he wants to go where he wants to go. So if you happen to not see him for, like the wife that said the husband hasn't been to her house in 8 years, I guess that's how that happens. Also, even though they haven't explained it to us, it does sound like there is a place that you go to spend time with, Mr. Nala. They also talked about the studio, because they have a radio station, and somewhere where the radio station is, there's also a room Gamfundis where he spends time with his wives, which is weird. Yes. So now I can see how, if you are going to if you are going to have kids with women, and then you are going to say, if I have kids with you, because obviously he will be cheating. The reason he will be having kids outside of marriage, he'll be cheating. But if you are going to say, if you fall pregnant, a man that behaves like that, if you fall pregnant, I'm going to marry you, you are going to end up marrying somebody that you might not even want to spend time with in the future. And maybe that's how he has ended up with 9 wives. Anyways, you guys, getting back to the sit down with his son, what I liked about it is that there was a moment where he said something like, what could I have done better? What could I have done better? I blame myself. I should have done this. I think when you have those conversations with your parent, where you're having conversations about how you wish things were different, and you're talking about things that have passed, it is really nice and to hear that from a parent, when the parent said, I could have done better, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done this, I should have listened to you, and all of that. It will be impossible for Nala's kids to not have issues and not have a lot of issues, because, guys, it does sound like, it's like, when a man is a one-woman man, but then they have many wives. So it sounds like when he has a woman that he's focused on, he forgets about the others. So I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Let's just tell you, it's very weird. I would love to hear more from the wives in terms of, when do you see this husband? Because right now it's just sounding like he only sees the girlfriend that's pregnant to Love, because Love said that she lives with Umfundisi. The 2 wives that we saw today, this last episode, where they were working and doing the juice thing. Apparently they sell some juices for the church or whatever, I don't know. And they were talking about the same thing. Both of them were basically saying that they don't see their husband, and also he is not easy to approach. Imagine having a husband who you say, my husband is not, you are him. Imagine having a husband the way you say he's not easy to approach. Like, it's your father, put the father, Tina, who Baba, no. Imagine having a husband that is like, you are scared to talk to your husband and say, listen, I need to spend time with you, okay? So I can see, you guys, how Mam Velasa, because Mam Velasa is the one that he says he paid Lobola through transferring the money to the dad's account. The dad has changed his mind, and the dad is saying, listen, you are not paying Lobola with this money. You asked me to keep this money for you, so he wants to return the money to Nala. I actually think Mam Velasa does not want to marry Nala anymore, but she does not want to tell Nala that she does not want to marry him anymore. So she is using the dad, for the dad to return the lobola, because she feels like if her dad keeps the lobola, she's going to have 2, go ayogana. So uNala, once uMamvela said to come now, phela is unkosikazi olotsholiwe, but uMamvela says not coming because uMamvela says her father says ukuthi akalotsholiwe, because where have you ever seen the bank transfer being and not no bakongi doing Lobola, considered Lobola. They should send somebody to pay a Lobola. Anyway, we'll see how that ends, you guys. Anyway, you guys, with his sons, I think 2 of them grew up with him, and then one, they found him when he was older. So obviously they had different childhoods, because one is talking about how he used to drive expensive cars and all of that, and always had money, and obviously that comes with a lot of girls. That's why he has 7, 8 kids, and then one had a different experience. Their biggest complaint also is that when they needed something from their father, they would have to go ask the secretary or the PA. And sometimes those people, when they had to pass, I guess, communication to him, they would tell stories that never happened. So, one son says that there's a story that was going around about him swearing at people at church, and he does not know where that came from. And his father, instead of asking him, would go to church and preach about that. We'll go to church and preach about that, okay? As we are born, Baba can preach and preach about that. Okay, so they feel like it shouldn't have been like that. They shouldn't have been put in a position where they had to speak to somebody when they needed something. When their father was there, they should have been able to just talk to their father. His son also, Nala, mentioned that he contributes to the upkeep of, I guess, the family. It talks about how sometimes the car installments, because it's a few cars. It's in the car, boy. Remote. It's in the car on the side thing. What was I saying? Now I've lost my train of thoughts. Anyways, you guys, yes, the sons are complaining that they shouldn't have been made to ask the secretaries, okay? Anyway, you guys, the conversation really didn't end, because while they were still talking, another wife came to call Nala, because apparently Love is giving birth. Love is that girl that fell in love with Umfundisi at 16. But they are saying that Umfundisi said that she must wait. This man be playing in our faces. Like, she said that Umfundisi told her to wait until she was of, a legal age before they could date. Yeah, we believe it. We really do believe it. Yeah. Anyway, you guys, I'm still watching that show. I'm still enjoying it. But I am shocked by why those wives are still there. Why are you still there? Because it just looks like some of them are banagiwe at all. So why would you still be there? But they're still there. They're still there. Anyway, you guys, tell me what you think about this in the comment section. Like the video before Pumegiona and share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Cool.